Hi again, Doug here from X-Frames FPV, and today we've got a mini review. It's actually on two separate items. Now, one is this mini whoop. Well, it's actually a Blade Inductrix, but in the industry, we call them mini whoops, and they started out as a standard Blade Inductrix without FPV, and then a few gentlemen added FPV to them and some kind of fast motors, and they've just taken the world by storm. Most of the guys out there that race, they've got one of these at home because they're just fun to throw in a bag and take anywhere. You see videos of people flying them in restaurants, and I annoyed our family with mine over Thanksgiving, and so they really are a lot of fun. This one is the FPV version that Blade has come out with that has built-in integrated FPV and this nice little aerodynamic casing around it. The other thing that they did is they upped the battery. So the battery that comes with it now is a 45C 200 milliamp. This review is also in part going to be about these new Tattu 75C. Let's make sure you can see that. These reflective things are really hard sometimes. Yeah, 75C, 75C, 45C, 220 milliamp battery. So they're 20 milliamp more than the stock. And let's get a weight on them right at 5.5. What has been surprising to me is that even though these have more runtime and more milliamp, they are actually lighter. I don't know how they've done that. These are 5.9. So, different times you weigh it, it may be, they're basically within about 2 grams of each other. So really, really close. 2 grams is not a lot, but man, these things already, they weigh so little. Let's get a weight on this here. Okay. So it only weighs 22 grams. So you can see that 2 grams can actually be a difference on performance. Let's get a look at this here. They built it really well. Now, one of the things, so I have not upgraded this in any way other than this carbon fiber X brace. And it is a must-have. I would say don't even buy these without them, because these little connecting areas here, when you run into stuff, they just will break, and you're replacing this whole, it's all one piece, this plastic part here, and you are replacing that quite often. However, with the X brace here, because it kind of holds everything in place, I haven't had that issue. I have some glue that was recommended to me to put on these, and I keep on meaning to, but I haven't had any issues with that. And with my stock Blade Inductrix, when I first built it up, even with the stock motors, I was going through these quite often. So this X brace, it's like $5. You can get it on pyrodronerc.com pyrofliprc.com, and it's like $5, and it's absolutely a must-have for these. This system, so like I said, now it includes, the original did not have FPV, but this one now has FPV. I believe it's $99 retail, and I think you can get it, that's Bind and Fly. I believe you can get it with the radio and even an FPV screen if you don't have goggles for like $200. So that's a great Christmas gift idea for people out there. This is a great first flyer. Now, I will say, if you're looking for something you can fly outdoors, this is probably not the one. You can fly it outdoors, but it has to be really, really calm. And I live, here in Southern California, and I live right by kind of right between some hills, and man, we get wind. So this thing, pretty much I can never fly this outdoors, but that's okay. If you want something to fly outdoors, you may want to go with like Eachine Q95 or something like that, because those have plenty of power, but then they're not as protective with the, these ducting, and they're really protectors is what they are, but they really do protect it from hitting stuff. It's so light that if you run into somebody, it's not an issue. When I was pestering my family at Thanksgiving with this thing and flying in and out of the kitchen, my wife would just kind of grab it or swat it or whatever needed to happen to get it out of her way. So it's not a big deal. These do bind to Spectrum radios, and with the DX6 in this, it is absolutely a great pairing, because the gimbals, I like the gimbals on the DX6, and it's just very smooth, and compared to the ready to fly controller you get, it's really good. Onto these batteries, like I said, these are the Tattu 45C 220 milliamp. As far as power, you get a little more punch out of them. Actually, the E-Flite battery is actually a good battery, but these do give you a little more power, and they definitely give you more runtime. I'm able to get about another minute out of this with these, and they're not adding any weight, so it's really a great system. I think you can buy them in packs of 5 for like $24 or $23 or something like that. So that's something to keep on your radar. But as Christmas comes up, or if you celebrate Hanukkah or whatever you would celebrate at this time of year, this is a great gift idea for people. And I don't sell them. I bought this one with my own money, but I have had so much fun with it. Another thing that this X-Brace does is it really does a good job of keeping all of these plastic parts aligned, and without it, this is so flexible that that affects flying, and so this thing flies better. I don't have it anymore because I gave it away to somebody, but I had a Blade Inductrix that I completely built up with the Raycon frame and insane motors and everything, and it was faster than this one because of the motors, but I have more fun flying this one because it's very predictable what it's going to do, and so it's a really good idea for people. And this time of year, with the weather getting bad, these are great. So hope you guys are getting something out of these videos. I hope I didn't go too long. It's kind of a long, not really a mini review, was it? But I just love these so much, and so I wanted to get the information out there. You can check out my website at xframesfpv.com. I am a custom builder, and so I do build for people, whether it be their own components or if I spec out a build from scratch. So stay tuned to the channel. We're going to be having a lot more stuff coming out, especially we're going to have a lot of these micro FPVs. This is a great time of year to have them. So again, thanks, and I hope you guys get a chance to fly.